Joining me now to talk about it, Mark Lamont Hill, professor at Columbia University and host of HuffPost Live. Also Ben Smith, editor-in-chief of BuzzFeed, and back with us is Lanny Davis and Star Jones. Star, I want to start with you. As a woman, when you were watching Huma, was that feminism at its high point or low point? Actually,
it was feminism, period. One of the best parts about the feminist movement is we give women the opportunity to choose what works for them. Yeah. What works for Uma and her marriage works for her. I respect her choice. I respect her decision. I may not agree with it for me and my life, but I do respect it. I represent women that would do the continuum of things. I represent women that would chop it off, quite frankly. And that's on one end or the other.
But you get... Ben, you get the feeling that it's both. I felt this way with Hillary in '92, and I felt this way watching yesterday, that they both want to chop it off, but they want, and I'm not being glib here, but they want their place at the table. And they are business partners, and they're going to do what it takes. Was that your take?
There's no way Anthony Weiner would be in this race if Huma hadn't signed on at the beginning, wasn't to some degree driving it, making fundraising calls, doing all sorts of public stuff that she, as this very private person in Hillary land, had never done before. You know, it's not totally clear to me that she knew that he was doing this up until when, last fall, last winter, this spring. It's not totally clear like when he stopped.
Last night.
Lanny. Lanny, I want to ask you, as you said, you're very close to Huma, and Hillary is called her a family member. If that was your daughter out there, how would you be feeling? What would you be saying to her? Because my daughter wouldn't be out there.
Well, I'm a father with a daughter, and you may have the ability to tell your daughter who's in love and has deep emotions what she should or shouldn't do. I don't think I have that ability with my daughter, nor would I exercise that ability, because Star has the exact word that occurs to me that I've heard many women say about this type of situation, which is, don't judge my relationship and my choices. I'm allowed to make choices that are right for me. If you doubt my sincerity, you're entitled. But what Huma Abedin did, I know was authentic and deeply felt, and Star is absolutely right. If this is her choice, other women will make other choices, and they might even be angry with her for her choice. Yeah. But they should at least allow her the deep feeling that is behind her choice.
Mark, obviously, any woman could and should choose that they want. You're not buying it.
I just don't buy it. I respect her choice, too. And if someone says, look, I know all the cards are on the table, and I'm making a different decision than you might make, I have to respect that. Feminism, as Star said, is all about making the choice. But my gut, my spidey sense says that this is all, to use a technical term, is all a political charade, you know. And when you look over the text, I spoke to Nick earlier, when I get all of that together, it sounds like this is something that's not real, that she's in it for the ride. This is all about political careerism, that this is not about love or marriage.
Star, there was in his press conference yesterday, they asked when we knew this was going on a year after this. How do voters, how do women, we all can accept a mistake. How do people look past what is clearly not just a mistake, but is a sense of hubris, narcissism, run amok, absurd judgment, possible addiction? We'll get to that in the next segment. How does anybody look past this?
At this point, what we're dealing with is sort of the personal, because it's a sexual issue, and the professional. The professional, we all have the right to judge Anthony Weiner. We are citizens here in New York City, and we're electing a mayor. So we have a right to say, you show a lack of judgment, you show a lack of respect for your family and for the institution of marriage. This is not someone that I want to represent the city of New York. I am not going to allow you to stand up on a podium and look my kid in the face and be the representative for my kid. We have a right to feel that way. There's absolutely nothing wrong with saying, Uma, this is your choice, but I don't want your man as my mayor.